Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's about 5:48 here on February 16th, 2021, Tuesday pre-market. We've got some movers, especially with Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high, broke 50,000, so basically doubled in the last 2 months. So we have a lot of movers on that news. So you see right early this morning, right about 4 o'clock, got a spike. It touched it last evening about 7 o'clock, but kind of selling off a little bit now. But if we go to those names, right, so RIOT and Mara are all like the bigger names up, but lower price ones, SOS continuing to run from this last week up here in this $10 range. So got the spike early, pulled back in the 22 and the 9. Now we're kind of stair-stepping, see if we can get some higher, some momentum. So if you just look at the daily, right, so we're well high. I don't have any older marks here, but we can make one real quick. So right there you see so around this $12 range might be a target to look at going for today, the rest of this week. CAN, which is a stock that if you watch Steve Bigelow's charting channel, he does a candlestick for him. He's been talking about the last couple of weeks this cup movement taking off like a rocket here. So close hit 1348 last Friday. Now in pre-market we're up here at 16.9, and kind of very similar chart to SOS, but this could look to move significantly higher. Still has a ton of momentum. RSI is going to be up because it has been running the last couple of days, but as we've seen in the last couple of weeks, things have been running a lot longer than expected. And then we'll look at the other big gainers for this morning. Socket Mobile, SCKT. They released a new scanner for the iPhone 12, and it's to go all the way out long-term chart. I think it's got even farther back than that. So we've been stuck between 70 cents and 4.90, but coiling here in the last couple months, and then today took off like a rocket, up above $11. I don't know what that was. Maybe I might need to fix the colors here, but I think this one needs to go like this. Yeah, it's a long-term one. So so we're sitting under that the last couple of minutes here. Pulled back in the 9 on the 5 minute. I think the 3 minute gives you a little bit better look. So really hugging it right here. Just broke out above it. So see how far this one can move up. It's a decently low float stock. Let me look at that one real quick just to see how many shares it does have. So yeah, low float, less than 5 million shares, so this thing could keep moving. And then just to go back to the earnings plays we talked about yesterday, so we had Palantir beat on revenue, or excuse me, hit its revenue target but did not beat its earnings, so had this big sell-off. This would have been a nice area to get in short, but Interactive Brokers like tripled their margin requirements on this. I think like a couple weeks ago you used to be able to get 2 to 1, and now it's 1 to 3. So they've really cracked down on the margin requirements. Like to borrow 1,000 shares was like 85 grand. So that took me away from it. But now we're finding this base down to 28, which if you go look at the daily, right, so 28 right in here. So there was a lot of volume right here, so that volume's gonna prop it up. So we'll see if there's any weakness on the open for it, or if it can bounce back up to that $30 range. And then the other one was CVS. So I had that mark 750, 74.50. If you go to pre-market today, we got above that 76.5, kind of selling off, really low volume. So I'll have to see if it picks up once we get to the open, see if we can find support down here 754, see if it holds that high from yesterday. And then we'll look at rain when the earnings come out after hours today. But that's what I'm mainly looking at here this morning. Bitcoin plays. There was CCIV kind of selling off a little bit this morning from its pop on last Friday, but it's kind of staying above this pre-market low right at 1 a.m. So we'll see how that reacts, see if we can get some EV moving, as there was Tesla news too of them possibly getting like 40,000 more green tax credits from the Biden administration. So that would obviously be a good thing for the sector. All right, so that's what I'm looking at this morning. If you got something out of this, please let me know in the comments. And as always, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.